This is a relationship of psychological birth order to irrational relationship beliefs by Melik Kaufman. And the Melik Kaufman starts off by giving the definition of what an irrational belief is, and it is basically a highly unrealistic belief of individuals about themselves and about the nature of relationships and about their partners in relationships. This article will not be talking about the relationship between parents, for let's say. It'll be talking about the relationship between a romantic relationship about like with a loved one, something that they've been dating for. I'll show you that in a second. And basically, they were talking. Kaufman will be talking about psychological birth order throughout the whole article. They will not be talking about birth order because she clearly explains how birth order has to do more about like the thoughts and behaviors, while psychological birth order has to do with how the family member, firstborn, middleborn, later born, they perceive their role and perceive how they have to act and how they perceive how like what they feel of how everything's around them is going on. And that takes me to the method. There's 423 total participants. 221 were university students, and 202 were academic and managerial staff for a university in Turkey called Unizakin Magis University. I know I'm not good at pronouncing it, but yeah. And some of the qualifications, 198 were women and 225 were men, so fairly equal. And one of the qualifications that they had to meet was they all had to have a significant other, romantic partner for over a year, and they all had to be heterosexual, so men were women, women were men. The average age was about 28 years, but the range was quite wide from 17 to 57, and you'll see why that 57 will be so important in the results. It's also because, like I said before, about the long-term effect, and you'll see why the older age can affect results greatly. And it was a questionnaire. It was conducted on a questionnaire that took no more than 20 minutes, so pretty quick. And the results came out to be that middleborns have increased helplessness when it comes to their psychological birth order position, the irrational beliefs and thoughts, and that is most likely due to like their self-esteem, their low self-esteem, because they feel neglected, and how they feel like their siblings are greater than them. They feel helpless when it comes to that. They also feel unlovable when it comes to romantic relationships, more at a higher percent than firstborns, laterborns, and lastborns. This was the 57 comes into play. You can look at the perspective of the older person as middleborns. When they're older, they feel that they get more anxious when it comes to romantic relationships, as they feel like they're going to lose this romantic relationship with the person. That basically, those are trust issues that about themselves, not about the other person, about themselves. Like their parents have given them over the years because they feel like they're not trusting themselves, because they feel like they're not doing something right to get their parents' attention. So now at an older age, they feel like they're not going to do something right, and they're going to lose their loved one's attention, and that's why they're anxious to like get rid of it. And the last part was that according to Kalkan, they feel that they're introverted and insecure compared to the other birth order, and that is seen throughout the text and through every other article I've shown. They feel like they're very insecure about themselves because of the way that most likely the parents and I saw this romantic lover make them feel.